This video does not violate any of YouTube's community guidelines and is intended to educate the public about the historical, scientific, and social aspects of plants. This video does not encourage, glorify, or promote any illegal activities or unsafe consumptions of regulated substances. This video is compliant with all YouTube policies and does not depict or promote the sale or distribution of any substances. So please, chill out.
We're going to be checking out today an AC unit. Now this AC unit will not cool off your house, but it sure will cool off your grow. So stay tuned, Canna family. And guys, just like that, we are back. Now we're going to get into the AC Infinity tent, what this little panel thing is and what it does and everything. But before we do that, it's easy to add if you're setting up your grow. This tent, if you're adding it to an existing grow, you got to know how these mechanics of the panel and the app for your phone to control the panel. That's right, the panel is controlled with an app. Welcome to 2024, right? Anyway, so with that being said, if you're adding it to an existing grow, it's going to be kind of hard to manipulate and do a few things, but we'll get right into that. However, we're going to get right into this tent. Now, with that being said, AC Infinity, of course, we did it. It has a seat belt like material, which is really strong. You're not going to have any light leaks for any photo period type of plant whatsoever. So it is built like a brick shit house, basically. You also got another compartment over here that opens into two shelving units, and it has a germination station and a mini veg station at the bottom, or you can use it for clones and germination, one of the two. It really don't matter. It's all up to you and it's all versatile. But anyway, guys, you got the whole structure, which it's a 4x4 tent, 4 foot wide by 4 foot tall. Or no, I'm sorry, it's like 6 foot tall, 6 plus 1 feet tall. So the dimensions inside are 4x4, 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide. So anyway, you got your control panel, and your control panel is where everything kind of gets, relatively easy but complicated. It can be overwhelming, I'm not going to lie, but it's a relatively easy setup. So you're going to get your panel, you're going to put your paneling piece that's right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to have 4 spikes. It's going to go into each of these little slits right here into the tent, just like that. I did that with one hand. It's really that easy to install. But before you do that, you're going to see a plug-in for your probe, which is going to read on humidity and temperature, and it's going to show that as a consistent. Make sure your probe is plugged in. Make sure all these are firmly plugged in. Why I'm saying this, even though it seems like a common sense thing, is because I left the probe halfway unplugged because I didn't want to shove it in. It was a new unit. I was afraid I'd break it. And no, it just needed pushed in a little bit to read the temperature and humidity. So make sure all your cords are plugged into the back of the panel, or the back of the device right here. Now this device is not battery operated, it is not powered, so you're not going to need batteries, of course. It's powered by what is plugged in. So at first you're going to install your AC Infinity unit light. This is for a 4x4 grow tent, and you're going to hook your light. You're going to put it in, plug it in, turn it on, and you're going to run that on to a different USB cord. All of AC Infinity's tent devices, such as the humidifiers, the Terror 7, the AC Infinity lights, the carb filter, the intake-outtake fan, which we'll be getting to in a minute, all run with a USB cord. That cord is ran from the top of roof of your tent into your paneling right here. And it can be manual controlled here, or it can be controlled by the AC Infinity app that you download onto your phone. Now, they were the first revolutionary company to do something like this. And no, we're not sponsored. I just really like AC Infinity. No joke, YouTube. But they were the first people to do the paneling, the cords, and make equipment specific. So your dehumidifier will be plugged in and controlled on your phone by that. Your light cycles, your carbon filter, your fans that are oscillating back and forth, or you can get non-oscillating fans as well, that plug into the panel. There is a bigger panel. This is ran from Wi-Fi. There's one ran with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. This one's the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, I believe. And it runs off either your Wi-Fi or, of course, your YouTube or your Bluetooth, not your YouTube. But yeah, your YouTube. But yeah, it runs solely off Bluetooth. So getting right into it, you hook up all your devices, you control all your devices from your phone, put simply. Also, your carbon filter and your intake outtake by AC Infinity will be controlled from that. So you'll have basically a way to control the intake of air and outtake of air and carbon filtering, basically your carbon filtration system into your tent, which gets rid of the stank. I don't mind the stank. I love it. I wish they'd make a cologne out of cannabis stank. Comment down below, what kind of cologne? Would it be like OG Kush, or, what would you guys like to be made in a cannabis tent? What is your favorite type of cannabis? Let me know down in the comments, guys. But anyway, enough getting off track. I talked too much. I'm sorry. Basically, guys, you're going to run all them USB cords into the back of this device. The device is going to control your whole tent. Now, it has multiple settings, such as seedling, vegetation, and flowering. Like I said, you can control all those cycles. This panel is very intricate. You can set to a certain temperature. This device will keep that temperature on your phone. So if you want 50% humidity in your grow, bam, you got 50% all day with no questions asked, because this device is keeping track and running certain items that are AC Infinity related, like such as the humidifier, the tents, fans, or well, not the tent, the fans, the carbon filter, the lights, all that. So if you have a light cycle, it can make it look like the lights, because this light gets brighter, believe it or not, as you can see. We'll do it real quick. It does get a lot brighter, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there we go. But yeah, sorry, Harry, but he's behind the camera. I know that had to suck, but it does. So you can have a mimic. Why I did that was to make it look like the sun's coming up, rising. You can set all that. You basically control Mother Nature itself inside this tent. Now, some of the things can be relatively pricey. You can also find AC Infinity on Amazon. I'm not a sponsor of Amazon, but if you want it delivered to your door, let's say you need something now and you want it from AC Infinity, or really any other company, like I said, we're not sponsored, but you can have it shipped right to your door by Amazon, specifically AC Infinity. So if you happen to get one of these tents, that's why I mentioned Amazon. They sell AC Infinity and have a license with them, guys. So you have a little oscillating fan inside, outside, and Harry Cole is going to run some B-roll so you know what the oscillating fans from AC Infinity look like, as well as the carbon filter and the intake outtake filter. We'll give you some B-roll of that right now for you guys to check it out. So with that being said, we spent 45 minutes putting up this tent. It does have 2 shelving units, which we'll get right into over here. Let me unzip this. Boom. Now, as you can see, Harry might have to come off the tripod for this one. But I got 2 plants growing down there. Never mind these. These were terrible. Anyway, guys, I keep my soil already pre-poured in my aerated pots. I have one that I had to move in there because I also, as you can see up here, have a germination station. I'm sorry, That's a mouthful. Germination station, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I have a heating pad under here that stays a consistent temperature of about 80, and I have a light. And you have to have a humidity dome. Of course, I have a humidity meter inside here, and I use peat pucks to, sprout, which you can't see because it's humidified. But I also have a probe inside that gets a digital read of the humidity and temperature as well. Because I wanted to go that extra mile. But you can use this part of the tent to hang a light, or do a germination station and have soil that's already pre-poured and ready, guys. So with that being said, this is what I use for this. As you can see, I used my power panel clear back in the back right here. This did not come with the AC Infinity tent. I'm sure by now they probably sell them. I wouldn't doubt it. So if you're interested in one, I'm sure it's there. But this controls all my panels. This is my central power plugged into the wall right here. So there's a lot of power being ran through a very thick extension cord directly into the outlet of my wall. And this is all my things, basically plugged in all my devices and different things from AC Infinity. So this has a nice little, way to zip, unzip. They have nice zippers on them. They're really nice and smooth. They work real well to get it tight, ladies and gentlemen. Now going back over here, they have, oh, there we go. They have, hey, cheers to Recon 1. But anyway, they have AC Infinity lights you can get of multiple. Now this is the $400 light. This is the SSD4. What that stands for, I'm not sure, but it's an awesome light. It mimics the sun. It's very heavy. You may be thinking, I don't want to get something thin and flimsy. This thing weighs, dude, it's about 25, 30 pounds. Trust me. So it's pretty heavy. The panelings are made really good. I've done bump my noggin off of them, and I'm like, oh man, did I break any of my diodes and my LED light under here? No, I didn't. So they're made really well if you're worried about that. I know I didn't like thin and flimsy, cheap feeling. I'm sorry, but like Mars Hydro, I'm not a fan of. Just their quality. It's really flappy, their tents. I don't like that. Some people see quality, I would say, in a grow tent, which if you're going to be growing for a while and it's going to go through really hot and really wet and really cool and really moist and all this other, it's going to have to be built good. It's going to be facing a lot of elements. So with that being said, this is all really good quality. You have several cords, which kind of sucks. There is a lot of wiring through this thing. So you're going to need zip ties. I'm going to tell you that first and foremost. You just buy a thing of cheap zip ties. I have green ones, just like these you could probably see up here. I'm not sure. You guys can't see. But it's just the green zip ties, basically. I zip tied my light because it needed to go up further because it is really powerful, even though it's for a 4x4 space. But this is about a 400 watt light, basically. And it's really nice, I gotta say. It's very bright. It does its job. And even being up this far with seedlings, it's such a powerful, concentrated light that you don't have to worry about raising it. So that's really nice. It's not one of those lights you have to keep raising with your plants and do all that nonsense with. So that takes that out of the way. This panel is really nice, and why I first mentioned it is because it takes a lot of the work out of the way. You don't have to manually move your light. You don't have to manually, adjust your temperatures, your humidity. So it's a very good quality tent, guys. I've been growing for about 20 years now. I've went through a lot of different Vivo, Sun, Cali Grow, Mars Hydro, different ones I can't even remember. I've used a lot of different nutrient systems as well. But when I see good quality, I notice good quality. They give you 30 feet of hosing, this black hosing you see right here on the top. Then it goes to your carbon filter and your intake and outtake. And I gotta say, everything's relatively quality. You got multiple openings for tubes, fans, intake, outtakes, which is you're going to need. You're going to need about 2 fans for a space like this. I only have one AC Infinity tent, so you're going to need that. Other than that, guys, I didn't want to make this a super long video, but there are some mentions in this because this has so much going on with it. Like I said, it controls all the lights, the time, but you will see that there's only different devices that, of course, are AC Infinity related. They are going to be a little pricey, so that's a little bit of a con, guys. Even some of the smaller setups can be relatively expensive. So, you're going to spend some money, honestly, guys. I'll tell you that. This light right here, if you're wondering how much it was $400. This tent right here with the shelving unit was $300. Honestly, too, with that being said, there's the carbon filter right here and the intake outtake, which was $123. So I'm already like 800 some dollars in just with 3 things: a light, a tent, and a carbon filter. And then you got your fan, AC Infinity oscillating fans. So you're going to have another $50 expense, because they're 50. And then if you want to get the AC Infinity aerated grow pots, which I do not have, I just have regular ones from Amazon will work. I've been using these for years. They never tore. They never caused root issues with my plants, nothing of that nature. But the AC Infinity does sell them. And I gotta say, their lights are built sturdy. The diodes are cool. They work, and the lights run relatively. This one runs a little hotter because it's huge. But the smaller variants of this run a lot cooler. Wouldn't you say, Harry?
Oh yeah, they're great.
So they're absolutely awesome, guys. If you're wondering, setup and installation should be about 45 minutes. There's 3 different ways to put this tent. I'll let Harry B-roll that so he can find that on there for you guys to check out. And I gotta say, as far as using up electricity, you guys may think that's a lot of electricity. Well, I mean, outside of taking long showers every day, sometimes once, twice a day, because I enjoy showers. But anyway, my electric bill's about $200. So, I mean, yeah, it's not because of all this, and you'd think it is. I also got a dehumidifier that has enough square feet to dehumidify a whole house, but just in this specific room back here we're in recording, and I have my grow as well. So, with that being said, guys, I think that would bring it all to an end, man. I've shown you guys the quality of the tent. I've told you guys about the panel and what it does, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of what this panel does. There's a lot more things I didn't read because I don't need to applicate to my grow, to be honest, right now, but there's a lot of detailed, specific settings that this panel has. And to go over it would take a full video in itself, and I didn't want to make this video too long. I already did by rambling. I apologize, Cannon family. I tend to do that. But anyway, guys, quality fan, waterproof. You got your light. It's amazing. It's definitely a $400 light. You can just tell. And I don't base quality off price. It's just I've used a lot of products. I've bought a lot of expensive products. It's been garbage. I've also bought a lot of expensive products. It's been really good. This is a good investment, especially if you plan to do it like me for the rest of your life. I love growing plants of all kinds, but especially one. But it is really nice quality, guys. And with that, I'm going to bring this video to an end. I just wanted to tell you guys about the updated panel, how some of the things you want to do and what not to do. And with it, so yeah, I would wait to, if you just bought a new tent, you upgraded to AC Infinity, just keeping that tent in a box until you get done with your grow, because it will overcomplicate things if you don't learn how to work this panel and get everything running, which I'm going to tell you how to do. You just basically plug it in like your light, like I said earlier. you run the USB-C cord through this device, which will power this device. And then, you know, eventually you just keep doing the same thing, your diode, everything. And as you plug things in, it will go in a port. It'll say what port it's in, your fan, your intake, outtake, all that. And, you know, you can control it from there. So that's what all I had to say, guys, about AC Infinity Tent. I think it's an awesome product. I think it's been one of the more quality products I've bought and used. It's a phenomenal thing. My only issue, though, is the wires. There's a lot of wires, but you just got to get a lot of zip ties. Other than that, guys, I'm going to quit rambling. I'm sure you're tired of hearing it. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Two Buds and a Jar. Keep on smoking, guys.
Yeah, got my neck and wrist frosted. All day, all night too. Need a beat to write to. Knock 'em out like Mike do. MVP like Michael. Money stacking, it's loaded up. Parks looking all swollen up. New Lambo, I'm rolling up. No stopping, no slowing up. I went hard, that cash came. Got a new big ass chain. Take what I want, no ass game. Live it up in that fast lane. Do this shit for my people. Get that money, all we know. Money never finito. Keep on boosting my ego. Steph Curry with the free throw. When I turn my swag on, this shit should be illegal. Stepping out the whip, I'm looking sharper than the needle. And all them bitches on me keep on swelling up my ego. I spit fire in the booth when I'm higher than Mariah off the goose. Punchlines hitting hard and chipping toots. Baseline kicking harder than some steel-toe boots. Stacking bitches in the backseat of the four-door coupe. You know them haters who mean shit to me. You gotta be kidding me. Nobody stopping me from securing this victory. And I ain't stopping till the shit I'm dropping, making history. And every time they talking about somebody got my neck and wrist frosty. Don't know what it cost me. I've been on the grind, nigga, get these haters off me. I've been on the grind, why niggas so saucy. I've been on the grind, why niggas so bossy. Neck and wrist frosty, don't know what it cost me. I've been on the grind, nigga, get these haters off me. I've been on the grind, why niggas so saucy. I've been on the grind, why niggas so bossy. Stay up on the grind, dollar bills up on my mind. Yeah, I do this all the time. Always knew I had to shine. When I pull up in the whip, got a shawty so fine. Got them diamonds on my wrist, making niggas go blind. I just wanna do it big, bigger than they ever did. Couple million on the crib, no one knowing where he live. I'm so far above the space, pull up in the spaceship. Speakers blowing out your eardrums when the bass hit. All them bitches wanna taste, they just wanna gossip. Yeah, the way he drip, think he was a faucet. I'm so on that bullshit, competition forfeit. You would think you at the mall looking through my closet. Yo, my neck and wrist frost. All day, all night too. Need a beat to write to. Knock 'em out like Mike do. MVP like Michael. Money stacking, it's loaded up. Parks looking all swollen up. New Lambo, I'm rolling up. No stopping, no slowing up. I went hard, that cash came. Got a new big ass chain. Take what I want, no ass game. Live it up in that fast lane. Do this shit for my people. Get that money, all we know. Money never finito. Keep on boosting my ego.
Now, this whimsical hybrid strain known as Super Boof